Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about that racist piece of shit, Matt Dolan, wanting to DQ people from getting guns if they actually have benefits from stuff like EBT or SNAP programs or WIC or anything like that in the state of Ohio, which is actually part of that larger piece of shit gun control, which is the SB 375, which in of itself is a slap in the face to every single gunner in the state because that motherfucker knew exactly what he was doing when he put that number on it, dude. He knew exactly what he was doing with that handgun caliber, dude. And he is such a fucking piece of shit. We're also going to talk about my upcoming lawsuit against the city of Columbus over the absolute garbage gun control that they passed in the past couple of days. And yeah, we're definitely going to be suing their asses, dude. And pretty much as of tomorrow morning, I'll be calling AG Dave Yost's office because Yost is already talking about potentially, filing his own suit on that one. And I'm actually going to be like, dude, I've wanted to take these people down for some time now. Is there a way that I could pretty much be like the main plaintiff here and y'all just provide the lawyers? What would it be then? And we just work out a deal. Here's what it'd be then, man. Because honestly, I think that'd be the best way to do it right now. You just have me become main plaintiff. You have the state basically provide the lawyers and resources and stuff like that, and we take down Ginther, the idiot city council of Columbus, and the rest of these morons once and for all. Is what it is, dude. So to start out, we're actually going to talk about that for a minute because there is a video on that, and we're going to go ahead and listen to this absolute fucking gem of garbage, basically. So for those who don't know what this whole thing is over, it's basically over a few things. So you had some, I don't know if it's an Obama appointee judge or if it's some fucking Soros paid employee or what the hell it is. It's like supposed to be a judge here. But they're basically like, no, we're going to suspend Ohio's preemption law, which, by the way, is in of itself unconstitutional, and your ass should be disbarred on the fucking spot for that as a fucking judge. So that this bullshit ass thing can be pushed through by fucking city of Columbus, dude. And it's like, no, judge, go fuck yourself. And this is exactly where we have higher fucking courts, dude. We need to take the Supreme Court out immediately. And why this fucking judge in this fucking case needs to have their asses disbarred on the fucking spot is what it is, dude. For real. And I'm even going to call for that shit, honestly, if I do become the plaintiff and stuff like that, and we would be in court battles and stuff like that right now, dude. Because it's absolute fucking garbage, though. But anyway, so this is the actual video here. It's about 3 minutes or so. Maybe we'll listen to that, actually.
Oh, absolutely not affect any change in the streets.
I think it's a way that they are able to go about regulation that stands a much better chance of being upheld by the courts.
You can't regulate the Second Amendment, you fucking idiot. It specifically says in the damn text of the Constitution, shall not be infringed, right behind it. It's literally the text of the fucking 2A, dude. Sorry, I was trying to grab my pocket Constitution here. I thought I had one sitting here, but it seems to be disappeared on me for some reason. There it is. Okay, I found it again. Yeah, specifically, as the Second Amendment reads of the U.S. Constitution, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And by the way, keep and bear arms does not just mean firearms. It means ammunition. It means everything else too, dude. If it's ammunition, if it's magazines, if it's fucking, whatever the case be, the fucking, lead balls and stuff like that they used to have back in those days. Because that's the entire point, dude. Our founding fathers are some of the smartest men, if not the smartest men in the history of any country, because they understood how to write things correctly so that they could be interpreted correctly. And you wouldn't have ass wipes be all like, oh, no, but it's just about guns. No, it's not. It's been about everything relating to the arms, dude. Because they knew at some point in time in history, you would have box magazines. They knew at some point in history, you'd have some kind of other magazine feeding device is what it is. And a gun. Hell, they own the damn patents on stuff like Gatling guns in their own time. The only reason they weren't implemented back then is because they did not have the technology to actually mass produce the shit is what it is. Or even produce like one of them for that matter. Hell, there was some things back in those days that were multi-shot firearms too, by the way. It's exactly when people bitch, all these fucking anti-gunners want to bitch about, oh, it's about single-shot muskets and stuff like that. No, it's not, you fucking idiots. You're too fucking dumb to actually go back and do your historical research is what it is. And that's the whole problem right now, dude. And that's why, honestly, I think if we wanted to win this battle legitimately, dude, you would actually have court battles where the fucking actual judgment at the end of it would be to force these mamas to be in action types into a fucking classroom every day for 6 months until they get it through their fucking thick skulls that, yeah, this is how the Second Amendment was actually in this, bitches. This is how our fucking founders actually had firearms back then, and it was more than just single-shot muskets, etc., and it would destroy their fucking pea brains, what it would be, dude. But of course, they don't want to do that because they're fucking cunts is what it is, dude. They just want to sit there and bitch and moan about the fucking narrative and, oh, it's the gun violence, No, it's not. It's the fucking gang violence in most cases, and it's just violence in every case is what it is, dude. Guns are just tools. It's the asshole behind them that is the fucking murderer in most of those cases, dude.
The city of Columbus now has its own gun limitations in place, and some are
which are all unconstitutional.
questioning the validity of these laws.
Some my ass,
Thank you for
everybody.
joining us for NBC4 at 5. I'm Jennifer Bullock.
And I'm Jared Smaller. The council was only able to enact these laws due to a Franklin County judge placing a preliminary injunction on a state law which prevents home rule. However, one local gun store owner is saying that these laws will not change a thing.
And that Franklin County judge needs to be disbarred, by the way.
Now to explain, Anna. Jennifer and Jared, Columbus's laws focus on 3 things. First, banning 30 or more round magazines,
unconstitutional,
criminalizing strawman sales, and
already federal law.
A penalty for those who do not properly store their firearm around children.
Also unconstitutional.
The store owner that I talked to doesn't think it will stick, while a Capital University law professor says otherwise.
Well, that Capital University law professor is a fucking retard.
LAPD firearms range and training facility says he doesn't think these common sense gun laws will change its name.
Because they're not common sense, you dumb bitch. They're anti-gun.
The experts into the mix to discuss what can be done to affect change.
The city of Columbus's laws focus on 3 things.
I gotta stop this for a minute. Every time I hear one of these dumbass reporters say common sense gun laws, I'll tell you what I want to do. Smack the fucking taste out of their stupid mouth is what it is, dude. It's not common sense anything, you dumb cunts. It's literally an anti-gun law that is a direct fucking infringement upon our constitutional rights. I'd like to point something out with this whole thing. That 30-round capacity for mags and stuff, dude, that would directly ban every AR-15 magazine. It directly bans every fucking AK magazine that is standard capacity in this fucking country. It is a direct infringement upon the Constitution at this point. It directly infringes on the Heller fucking rule. It fucking infringes on Bruin most recently, for God's sakes. Like, dude, there is a reason why we have Supreme Court rulings on this shit. And honestly, that's the thing that pisses me off about the fucking Supreme Court. They should have when they fucking ruled on Bruin, what they should have done, Clarence Thomas and company, all those people like that, dude, should have said straight up, be like, anybody ever tries to push another anti-gun law that involves magazines or fucking ammunition or any specific firearm, guess what? Your asses are going to fucking prison right then and there. And if they had done that shit, and we would have actually had these stupid fucking retards that want to sit there and call themselves politicians, which in reality they're civil servants, they're literally voted on to serve us, and when they're not doing that, they need to be voted the fuck out, is what it is. Why we need to have recallability, why we need to have actually automatic disqualification of power in this country is what it really is, the 20th Amendment Constitution. Where you can only just toss their fucking asses around the office is what it is, dude. Why deprivation of rights in their color of law, which is what every single one of these assholes from Andrew Ginther, the dumbass city council members, are doing right now with this, is exactly why that piece of actual crime needs to be considered a felony in this country instead of a misdemeanor. Because every single one of these people, from Ginther to that Zach dude to that other dumb bitch that was in there that I was talking about a couple weeks ago, dude, every single one of these people should be doing at least 1 day and 1 year in prison. Or sorry, 1 year and 1 day in prison, so 360 days in prison, and never see the ability to ever run for office again is what it is, dude. If not 10 years for that matter. And honestly, at this point, it should be 10 years in prison. Never allowed to hold office again in this country. And it'd be as simple as that then. So, anyway. But yeah, going back to what the chick was saying, though.
3 things. Banning 30 or more round magazines,
which is unconstitutional.
Law enforcement or military.
The 17-year-old who is out after curfew just stole the car.
17-year-old.
Gun, and is out to murder somebody. Probably not going to be affected by a magazine ban.
See, and this is the problem I keep having with these people, man. Like, this dude's saying 17. I've talked to my lawmakers, and they're talking about 18 and shit, and I'm just like, bro, these kids are like fucking 12 to 15 years old most of the time now, if not younger than that even. Going out there and hell, look, you can go to any fucking news site for the state of Ohio right now, and you can look up Kia, and it talks about all these little fucking minority kids stealing fucking Kias now by dumbass TikTok challenge things and stuff like that, dude, committing felonies doing so. Using a fucking USB cable to fucking, like, start the car up is what it is, dude. It's like, bro, come on. Like, those kids are way younger than that. They're like 12, 13, 14 maybe at most. And it's just ridiculous, man. And they're taking them on joy rides, and it's like, yeah, but they're still committing fucking felonies is the problem, dude. And they're the ones doing all this shit, dude. And yeah, they could easily go grab, like, find a gun into the car seat or something like that is what it is, dude, or whatever the case be.
Criminalizing straw man sales and penalizing.
I love how she says straw man sales. It's called straw purchasing, you dumb bitch. I'm sure they wrote a straw man sale, so it actually acts like it's a different thing, but it's not, dude. It's fucking straw purchasing, which is already federally illegal and provides you with a 10-year prison sentence if you're convicted of it, dude. Which, by the way, almost nobody ever is, because it's fucking damn near impossible to actually show if you're doing a straw purchase or not. And that's the entire point. And this is the whole problem with the whole thing entirely, dude. And this is what I've seen from dumb motherfuckers like that piece of shit Cecil Thomas in our current state senate right now, dude. This asshole keeps trying to fucking implement stupid bullshit that's already on the fucking books federally, like, for decades and then more some, in some cases, even beyond that. You know? It's already been there for like a few decades, if not like fucking 100 plus years is what it is, dude. It's like you're trying to pass legislation that's already fucking exists, you dumbass, because you're too fucking dumb to actually read the existing laws because you're a fucking retard is what it is. Like, that's why I'm so fucking sick and tired of these anti-gunners, dude. And why I can't wait to fucking sue the shit out of Columbus City at this point, dude. The council and the fucking city and that piece of shit Andrew Ginther specifically, dude. It's time for every single one of these asswipes to be fucking hauled out to prison by the Ohio State Police at this point, man. Seriously. But anyway, continuing on with the rest of this, though.
People for not safely storing a firearm.
Okay. What do you consider safe storage of firearms? Because you could say that me safely having a gun on my person while I'm at home with my kids is a safe storing. But no, what you fuckers are talking about is you have the gun in the fucking lockbox someplace, you have the ammo and magazine and whatever else in a different fucking place locked up. So you're basically fucked if somebody breaks into your home then. That's what they want, dude. They want you dead. They want you disarmed against the criminals so the criminals can fucking kill you. And it's the same fucking criminals that people like George Soros and Michael Bloomberg keep letting back out of fucking prison, dude. With their dumbass fucking money and fucking all kinds of bribery of fucking random political officials is what it is, dude. Whether it be DAs or fucking various city council members or other politicians and stuff like that. They pay off to get in office is what it is, dude. And pay their campaigns all the way there. And then bribe them while they're in office is what it is on top of that. To keep doing the fucking dirty work for them is what it is. I'm so fucking sick and tired of it, man. I really am.
Delbert says he thinks these laws will be struck down by the Supreme Court.
Because they're not laws. They're unconstitutional fucking legislation.
That might not be the case.
Yes, it will be, asshole.
The way that they are able to go about regulation, scholars that have been...
You cannot regulate the Second Amendment, you jackass.
Regulations of ammunition may be much more viable than regulations.
You cannot regulate ammunition, asshole.
Because the Second Amendment speaks of the firearms, and ammunition is something that could actually be limited and
No, it doesn't, you idiot. What it specifically says is the right to keep and bear arms, meaning everything related to the firearm and the ammunition, you dumb fuck. Seriously, how the fuck did this guy become a professor of law, for God's sakes, dude? This is what I'm saying. Fucking kick, like, this is what, oh my God, dude, I'm so fucking pissed right now. Like, why are these fucking assholes like this, dude, have any kind of fucking tenure at these fucking colleges, dude? Seriously, if you're able to get tenure at a college, you should be the first one on the fucking block to be fired is what it is, dude. Because this is what's fucking ridiculous right now. It's these fucking dumb motherfuckers are some of the stupidest pieces of shit out there. Want to act like they're fucking book smart, but are the stupidest assholes I've ever seen in my entire life, dude, because they don't know a damn thing about the Constitution. They don't know a damn thing about the fucking rights of the people. don't give a fucking shit about anything, and just want to be like, oh, but it was never about him. Yes, it was about ammunition, you fucking clown. It was about everything relating to the arms. The right to keep and bear arms. Meaning the firearm, meaning the ammunition that goes into the firearm, meaning everything relating to it, buddy. And there's already been multiple fucking case laws where this shit has been deemed unconstitutional to target fucking ammunition, dude. Or target magazines or anything else for that matter. And that's what's said many, many times on this channel. And this is exactly why when I talked to Dave Yost, I want them to fight this shit under Marbury versus Madison, because it's time to bring back 1803 again, dude. It's time to bring back the greatest piece of legislation ever made on our books outside of our founding documents, which was the Marbury versus Madison case of 1803, which basically states anything that can be looked at as unconstitutional should be looked at as never written to begin with at all. Any of this shit, whether it be mag bans, whether it be fucking gun bans, assault bans, all crap like that, dude, all unconstitutional, never fucking written. Period. You can write it out all you fucking want. It's looked at as never written to begin with, dude. It does not fucking exist. Period. Because you're a bunch of unconstitutional, oath-breaking fucking cunts. And I am sick of it, man. I am sick and tired of this shit right now. And I am really fucking pissed at this point in time in history that nobody has ever seemed to bring a case up based on Marbury versus Madison, because it is one of the best case laws on the books to do so. If not the best of all time, honestly.
Been contemplated by policymakers.
Coble says the U.S.
Policymakers, my ass.
struck down 2 extreme laws involving the Second Amendment in the past.
Yeah, it's called Heller and Bruin.
3 points are not at that level.
Bullshit, they aren't.
All of those things appear to be still fair game for regulation.
No, they're not, dude. You literally have fucking everything going on right now, dude, where we have people fighting against mag bans everywhere across this country right now. You've had multiple injunctions on mag bans. Hell, you had the GOA, as of last night, get an injunction against Oregon's stupid-ass BM 114 crap there, dude. Because that shit's unconstitutional. And they know for a fact it's fucking unconstitutional, and there's a stay on that shit now. For at least the next month or so. If not, hopefully longer than that, actually. Hopefully it'll be overturned entirely pretty soon is what it'll be, dude. And they've been doing shit against the mag bans in Washington State for months now is what it is, dude. And I think FPC has as well on that one. And they've been trying to do them in other places like California and stuff. Hell, you have California's assault weapons ban shit being fucking basically deemed unconstitutional most recently. I think it was by Judge Benitez there and stuff like that, dude. And he's basically putting stays on that shit now. So it's like, dude, we are winning. We are winning the Second Amendment fucking war, dude. We are winning the war that our fucking founding fathers started in this country to make this country a fucking reality for us. And we need to keep fighting. We need to keep winning. We need to keep beating the fucking anti-gun ass out of this fucking entire country, dude, is what it is. If these people hate our fucking laws and hate our fucking way of life so much, dude, they can fuck right off out of our goddamn nation and go to some fucking shithole like the fucking Middle East and see how goddamn good they have it over there, dude, when they're being stoned up in the fucking streets by Islam. Seriously, I am so fucking sick and tired of it from everybody at this point, dude. From all these anti-gun fuckers to all these third-wave feminist fucking stupid cunts, etc., dude. Because they all are the same fucking kind of people, dude. They're all the same fucking Karen types and Becky types that want to sit there and bitch and moan and be like, well, this is why. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're lucky you even have fucking voting rights in this country. In fact, I'll tell it right now, dude. I'm going to say it like it is right now. The 19th Amendment was a fucking mistake in this country, dude, 100%. And it was one of the worst pieces of legislation ever pushed through by the people who were not our founders of this country, by the way. They were the fucking people way after that pushed that shit through in 1919, and we have had one of the worst strings of fucking presidents in this country since then. The first fucking person that the women had that they put into office, dude, when they got the fucking vote was some dickhead fucking Democrat who fucked us over back then, dude. I'm pretty sure that was that douchebag who put us in the Great Depression, more or less. And it's like, bro, like, what the fuck, man? Now, again, am I saying that all women shouldn't be able to vote? No, I'm saying there's definitely a huge section that shouldn't be able to vote. Hell, there's a huge section of everybody shouldn't What at this point, dude? If you're too fucking dumb, as I was saying, when you got the fucking people that are like, well, the politician on TV is telling me I should probably go out there and vote against this other person because that person's a piece of shit. I'm going to go vote against the other person now because they keep telling me to do this stuff because they've been in office for fucking 10 years and keep wanting to run for re-election, but they can't because they're turned out, so they're trying to run at a federal level now. Well, okay, cool. That's who I'm going to vote for, down ticket. Oh, default Democrat, default Democrat. Yeah, those are probably people who shouldn't have voting rights in this country, dude. And it's not just fucking females, by the way, either in a lot of those cases. It's fucking dumbass beta males as well. It's fucking dumbass youth and stuff like that, dude. And that's the problem when you have these kids that are indoctrinated for fucking 12 years of their damn lives in some fucking shithole public education where it's a bunch of fucking third-wave feminazis in there fucking bitching and moaning about, like, you're such a piece of shit because you're a fucking white male and stuff like that. Like, they, first of all, shouldn't be fucking teachers after that because they should be turning on the fucking spot for that kind of shit. Because you're literally trying to fucking make kids hate themselves for the color of their skin because you're a fucking racist piece of shit is what it is. And secondly, you then have these kids that are indoctrinated with that crap, dude, to fucking change their genders and everything else like that. It's like, yeah, dude, if you don't know what the fuck you are at 18, man, maybe y'all shouldn't have voting rights is what it is, man. Like, straight up, man. Seriously. So, yeah, there probably should be, like, a thing about, like, doing the voting rights to, like, 25 at this point, honestly. Or at least, like, constitutional education or something, dude. So, now, granted, some people will be like, oh, it's unconstitutional, whatever the case be. And I understand the hypocrisy. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people calling me a hypocrite on that one, dude. Because you know what? Fuck it. If it takes me being a hypocrite to win, that's all fucking matters at the end of the day. Is that we fucking won. If it means you have to be a hypocrite to win, dude, because you are in the fucking right in most of these cases, then that's what it means. And it means you fucking won. And you made sure that the Constitution as it fucking stands remained intact for the actual Bill of Rights is what it is. Because that's the thing, dude. Do I really, like, honestly, like, the way that the Constitution is written, dude, it's basically 1 to 10 and 14 are the best ones in there, dude. Do I give a shit about the rest? Yeah, to some extent. Here and there, obviously. But the thing is, like, those are the most important ones, honestly, dude, because it's the Bill of Rights that our founding fathers came up with, and it was the 14th Amendment that gives us due process and stuff like that. And those are the ones that are the honestly, when you look at most court cases in this country, it's those specific 11 amendments that are the ones that are most, seems to have the most challenges and seem to have the most court cases based around them is what it is. Like, whether it be First Amendment free speech, freedom of the press, and, you know, religion, all that stuff like that, whether it be the right to keep and bear arms for the Second Amendment, et cetera, you know, whether it be fucking, you know, in various court cases, you know, people pleading the fifth, all that stuff like that, whether it be states' rights issues in some cases and stuff like that, dude, you know, et cetera. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of other stuff within our Constitution that is not, like, I feel it's necessary, obviously, for some cases here and there, obviously, like, you know, we don't need to have slavery, obviously, is what it is. But the whole point is like, you know, obviously that's a necessary one as well. But again, and I think that also goes back to the 14th Amendment, by the way, for like due process as well, because it's obviously like, you know, people getting like birthright citizenship and stuff like that. But that's another thing as well on that one is like, okay, like the whole birthright citizenship thing, right? Like if and that wasn't even our founders writing that. That was like the Abraham Lincoln time period and stuff like that when they wrote that is what it was. And the thing with that is, even they fucked up on that because the way that they should have actually written the 14th Amendment when it came to that kind of citizenship stuff was it should have actually been written as freed former slaves and any descendants that they may have in the future. That's how it technically should have been written, period. And if it had been written like that, you wouldn't have all this shit right now going on where you have people jumping our border every day and then trying to have a bunch of kids over here is what it is and have that kid being an anchor baby to them is what it is, man. And you wouldn't have this mass migration like fucking crazy since 65 is what it is. When you had Hart and Seller, you know, the thing that became the Hart-Celler Act, the National Immigration Act of 65 there, which was a total fucking sellout thing. And they were like, no, it's not going to change the demographic of this country ever. And it totally fucking did, dude. It didn't even take like 10 years to do it, honestly. It's like by 75 or so, it was already changed at that point. So, yeah, needless to say, it just pisses me off, that kind of shit, honestly, dude, because it's like, it's so much fuckery by politicians and by people who shouldn't even be in office anymore and should have never been in office to begin with. that just keep trying to restrict our rights is what it is, dude. And going on that vein of things, which is going to be the main event we're talking about right now, which is that piece of shit Matt Dolan, who's a racist fucking prick. So is Michael Bloomberg, for that matter, who created pretty much the entirety of the legislation that is SB 375. There is a part of SB 375 that Amanda Suffolk, the woman who is the DC Project, and she's also part of the Second Amendment Foundation, she was discussing it yesterday in her testimony, and she specifically was saying stuff about how because this basically has to go with some provision of 375 about straw purchasing and stuff like that. And it's, if you are on any government assistance of any kind, whether it be EBT or SNAP or WIC or anything like that, you're pretty much disqualified from owning a gun underneath this legislation is what it is, dude. Or even potential trying to purchase a gun is what it is. Because they're like, oh, well, you could be using your fucking food stamps to make a deal with somebody who's not able to have a gun or whatever the case be, and they could be paying you money for your food stamps or something like that, so you could be buying a gun or something like that for them and stuff. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, it is such a fucking convoluted ass bunch of crap entirely, dude. And here's my problem with that as well, too, by the way. If they really think that is such a big fucking issue, here's a fucking wild idea. I don't know. Maybe investigate some of these individuals and see if they are doing a fucking food stamp theft ring and stuff like that, dude, because it's been done before here in this state. Ironically enough, by a lot of Islamic terrorists in the state, honestly, right now, dude. People that were brought in from fucking literally Afghanistan and other places like that after that shit fell a couple years back. But oh no, we can't talk about that, can we? Yes, we fucking can entirely, dude, because it's been going on fucking even the PPP loan theft shit too as well. You have people in the Somalis that are in Minnesota right now that are originally from Somalia. And you have another set of Somalis here in the Columbus area that had a giant payment protection scheme thing going on during the PPP loan theft shit, dude. And they've raked in literally hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in that. And now it's all coming back. The chickens are coming home to roost and stuff like that, where it's proven that they were a bunch of damn thieves. It's proven that they stole a fuck ton of money, and a bunch of them are being tried with various crimes right now for that, dude. Whether it be whether it be conspiracy to commit fraud, whether it be various money laundering charges, etc., etc. That's actually something I talked about, I think it was about 2 months ago or so, 3 months ago maybe, at this point. I know I talked about it a couple months ago, though. Yeah, there was that going on then. And it's a bunch of shit, dude. It's ridiculous that you have these motherfuckers admitting to this stuff, and it's not even being picked up by mainstream media. It's being picked up by alt media like Breitbart and stuff like that, dude. So, but yeah, it was interesting watching testimony yesterday, or from yesterday. Actually, it wasn't yesterday. It was, well, I guess it was yesterday because after 1 a.m. right now. But yeah, it was interesting watching the testimony from yesterday afternoon then, because you basically had, I think it was like 4 or 5 people testifying as quote unquote interested party, and then opposition testimony to SB 375. You had the one woman that was interested party who supposedly runs some like mental health thing here. And this is one thing I thought was very interesting, is that she was talking about the behavioral risk assessment stuff, which is nothing more than the TAPS Act shit that they were trying to push through here at a state level. It's nothing more than the TAPS Act shit that Dan Crenshaw and company wanted to push through at a federal level, where they were trying to threat assess American citizens, is what it is, dude. And the behavioral risk assessment shit, by the way, is nothing more than a new terminology for red flag laws, is what it is, dude. So that's number one on that one. And anybody, by the way, anybody from a random teacher at your kid's school to any community member in the fucking school to some random stranger off the fucking street can sit there and have you threat assessed. Doesn't just have to be the cops, dude. So yeah, it's completely unconstitutional. It's way, way worse than some of the red flag laws out there, even, dude. Because even some of those red flag laws only do like family, immediate family and stuff like that's what it is, dude, or like extended family. So yeah, like this is even worse than those are. And then you also have the universal background check / universal gun registry is what it is, dude. And even as Chris Dorr brought up in his testimony, he specifically said, if this were to pass, the only thing the future General Assembly would have to do would basically change the word may to shall, and every private gun sale is gone in the state of Ohio. Because the entire point is they're trying to create seller protection certificates, is what it is, which is nothing more than a way to do gun registry, dude. No, a fucking sheriff station, a local cop, whatever it is, dude, shouldn't know what fucking gun I have or what fucking gun I want to sell to somebody. If I want to sell a fucking gun to somebody, that's my fucking right to do that. I'm not going to go fucking pay some asshole piece of shit government fucking politician, little fucking jackbooted dipshit, $50 fee or whatever it's going to be to do a fucking background check on some dude. No, I'm going to have that fucking dude or that chick or whoever it's going to be that's going to buy this gun off me. I'm going to have them literally sign a bill of sale. If they refuse to sign the bill of sale and show me a fucking ID with their actual name and photo on it and stuff like that, dude, guess what? We're not going to do that fucking sale then. It's that simple. That's how you deal with this stuff as a private seller, dude. And if people don't want to give you their ID and stuff like that and their name and everything like that, with their name on it and picture on it and stuff like that, dude, guess what? They're not going to be fucking getting the gun is what it is. That's how you should be doing those kind of things, man. And that's just to protect your own ass is what it is. It's like, yeah, they come, if that gun at some point is used in a crime or whatever the case be, it's not going to be a situation where it's going to be like, oh, I fucking, it's on my head or whatever. No, it's like, I sold to this person. Here's their address. Here's their name. Here's their fucking information, everything like that, dude. Like, that's who I sold it to. Go after them. If they sold it to somebody else after that, go after that person then or whatever, dude. So forth and so on is what it is. And then, on top of that, another thing, the stuff brought up actually yesterday was how you have for the first time ever, you would have people have to have a co-signer under the age of 21. So you're talking about 18, 19, and 20-year-olds who can go and vote in this country, go and die in some fucking bankster war for our shitty fucking military industrial complex. I'd like to point that out. I'm not calling military shitty. I'm talking about the military industrial complex is shitty. So yeah, military industrial complex can fuck off. They can go and die in these bankster wars for these assholes, but yet they would have to have a parent, a guardian, a family friend, whatever it is, put their ass on the fucking line as basically a borrower to co-sign for essentially a loan so these people could go buy a gun then. It's bullshit, dude. It's completely unconstitutional. And there is no fucking way that anything in SB 375 would meet constitutional muster, dude. No fucking way. And then on top of that, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, that fucking dick stain Matt Dolan, who is behind this shit, is now trying to run for the U.S. Senate seat in 2024, dude. How the fuck is he still in office after this shit, dude? And that's why I'm going to call on Hoffman's office tomorrow, dude. And I'm going to demand that Hoffman get off his fucking ass as Senate president and bring a fucking vote before the state Senate right now, dude. Where they fucking throw Matt Dolan out of office at this point, dude. Because he needs to fucking go. The fact that he has misused his position as campaign finance committee chair to take this fucking piece of shit anti-gun legislation to a fucking finance committee that he's chairing and have not one, not two, but 3 fucking hearings on it in 3 weeks. Nah, bro. That is misuse of position personal gain at that point, dude. You are trying to personally use your position to gain an advantage to push through some bullshit unconstitutional garbage in a lame duck session that, by the way, shouldn't even fucking exist at all. Because as I mentioned for the past month or so now, we need to be able to have a situation where, hey, it's election day, we go vote. Next day, guess what? General assemblies across the fucking board, gone. Out of fucking office for the rest of the year, dude. That's how it needs to be. Unless it's something really fucking major where they can be brought back in or whatever, dude. And I'm talking about like something where it would have to be like, oh my God, like emergency declaration kind of shit or whatever the case be for something. With the exception of that, like, nah, you're done after election day, dude. And if you didn't get shit done by election day, fucking too bad, dude. Do it in next general assembly is what it is. And it should be the same exact way to federal level, dude. There is zero fucking reason for Democrats at the federal level right now to be able to push through lame duck bullshit right now, whether it be fucking JCPA, media cartel bill crap, whether it be the NDAA crap, whether it be fucking a bunch of AWB crap, etc., to try to fuck over our gun rights and everything else like that, dude. It's a bunch of garbage entirely. And I am personally really goddamn sick and tired of it, man. And like I said, I have no problem suing the fuck out of people right now, dude. And honestly, I'm actually going to hopefully talk to Second Amendment Foundation one of these days soon, because if they would need plaintiffs. I have no problem with being plaintiffs for them, dude, if we would need to sue. Because my thing is, like, I want to be known as a guy who starts taking down the anti-gunners at this point, dude. I want my name to go down in infamy at this point, dude. As someone that helped change history for the better of this country. As a Second Amendment activist, as a constitutionalist, as a person that helped take down Bloomberg and company once and for all is what it is, dude. Because they should have been taken down years ago. And that is one thing that's pissed me off about the NRA for decades now, dude. It's like they had the ability to begin with, man. They could have taken Bloomberg's ass out years ago, and they failed miserably to do so. And it's a bunch of shit, man. So, anyway. That's pretty much where we're at for the day. There ain't really much more to talk about than that. I got a couple other things I got to do before bed, so yeah, I'm just pissed off is what it is, dude, and I have a right to be pissed off about this whole thing because it's a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of shit entirely. You have a bunch of fucking people that want to sit there and, try to restrict your rights or everybody's rights for that matter, and it's like you have a General Assembly that pushed through one of the best pieces of legislation ever this year in constitutional carry, only to have some fucking dickhole little fuckboy like Matt Dolan come out of the woodwork and be like, oh no, now I'm going to push through this bullshit that's totally the opposite of what that was, and then some, dude. And by the way, SB 375 would 100% infringe on everything and pretty much make constitutional carry and stand your ground null and void at that point, dude. Because it would be such a fucking restriction where it's like, oh, well, you shot and killed somebody in self-defense? Oh, well, you can't have gun rights no more, apparently. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously. Like, that's what they want to do to you, man. That's what these fuckers want. They want to restrict your fucking rights to a point where you have no more rights. They want to destroy you at every possible level they can because they are fucking demons. And I mean that seriously when I say that, dude. These people are fucking demonically possessed. They are fucked in the head. And they are not all the way there ever, dude. They are mental patients running around like chickens with their fucking heads cut off, dude, is what it really is, honestly, at the end of the day. They have been mentally ill for a long, long, long time. And when you start talking to them at a base level, dude, all these MDA types, they even will tell you. I mean, hell, I talked to one of my sister's buddies, actually, earlier this year. And we were talking about gun stuff because I was talking about being, gun rights guy and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, yeah, I don't trust myself with a gun. And I don't really trust anybody else with a gun either. Little did you know I was armed at the time. Because I was armed that whole day, man. Because again, I'm not going to have my fucking shit be taken. I'm not going to have my fucking, life be snatched up and stuff like that by some piece of crap, dude. Hell no. I'm going to fight like hell, baby. I'm going to do what I need to do to survive every fucking time. And if that means that what I have to do is protect others with my right to keep and bear arms, that's exactly what it means, dude. And if I have to take some criminal's life in self-defense, that's exactly what it means. And the goddamn bots just showed up, obviously. Fucking bots, man. And they're banned. I don't understand how they do that either, by the way. It's really fucking annoying. It's like, come on, YouTube. You should know better than that at that point, dude. Like, figure out a way to just ban those damn bots, man. Like, it should be like a blanket ban kind of thing or whatever, dude. I know there's a way I can, like, I forget exactly what it is. It's like something where you, like, restrict the fucking thing to, like, a couple minutes or something like that's what it is. And you have, like, a whole bunch of deals or whatever then to where you have to do stuff or whatever. And then it becomes, like, a whole issue or whatever then. And, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass is what it ends up being, man. But the entire point is that it's a bunch of crap, man. You have people who do not respect the Constitution at all, man, is what it really is. And they want to sit there and restrict our constitutional rights and act like they're so fucking like, oh no, I'm totally on your side, but all these things should be done. No, fuck you, dude. Like, you are not on our side. You were 100% against us, sir. And your ass needs to be out of office after this is what it is. And I'm directly talking to you, Matt Dolan. I'm not talking just to you, dude. I'm talking to every fucking Democrat in our General Assembly right now. From Allison Russo to Casey Weinstein and everybody in between, dude. Every last one of you fucking dick stains should be thrown out of office right now, dude. Because you are all criminals. You have all committed many, many crimes in the General Assembly in your time in office, dude. And it's time for all of you to be fucking given the old heave-ho is what it is. Period. End of fucking story. So, anyway, that's where I'm at for the day. Like I said, I'm just sick and tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of watching fucking a bunch of assholes think they have any power to do anything when they don't. And sitting there trying to restrict our rights every chance they get. And it's like, nah, fuck you, dude. You're done here. And that's why, honestly, I'm going to make it my life's mission to get rid of these fuckers, dude. One at a time, if not dozens at a time is what it is. Enough is enough of this shit, dude. Enough is enough of putting up with their tyranny is what it is, man. Enough is enough putting up with their tyrant bullshit is what it is, man. It's time for them to go. Time for them to go back to hell where they belong is what it is, dude. Seriously. And that's all I'm saying at the end of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see y'all in the next one.